Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to have a coaching session with a Gold Pyke main. We're going to go over how to trade, how to lane, and mid to late game decision making. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Trap is one way for sure that we can die, yeah, and then definitely poke, and that's the other way. Because they're going to pretty much sustain out most of the lane because of Yuumi, and then poking is pretty easy for them. And then what's the way we kill them?
Engage.
Yeah, so we... What does engage consist of?
Oh yeah, QE.
Yeah, if we land Q on Pyke, if we land E on Pyke, you know.
Or land enough Ezreal Qs.
Yep. But it's gonna be very, very hard to land enough Ezreal Qs when there's a Yuumi. So I wouldn't consider that into this match. This is pretty much how we have to kill them. We have to land this combo, or else the game's gonna be very, very hard. There's one big thing to keep in mind when we're facing Yuumi. What do we need to kill Yuumi or Yuumi lanes?
Like CC?
Something else. We do need CC, yeah, but there's something else. Just landing QE in this lane will not kill them. What will happen?
I mean, what will happen?
Like,
Yuumi
so
will heal up.
Yeah, how do we stop the Yuumi heal?
With the healing cut? Oh, ignite.
There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna need ignite up, and that's crucial. Regardless, in general, you can say if jungler starts bot lane, they're gonna go up to the top side. If jungler starts top lane, they're gonna go down towards us. If their jungler is starting up here, about what time do you think we're gonna get ganked?
What is that, like 3 minutes?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, about 3 minutes to 3:15 is where we should be wary of a jungler. And the reason is Scuttle spawns at 3:15. So even if we don't have to, even if we're not scared of a gank, we might need to rotate for crab, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just very important to know. This is one of the few timers that is pretty important to track as a support in general, if you're not doing so already. The second timer is if jungler starts bot lane and past us.
Like 4:20 or 4:30?
Well, yeah, very close. So my estimate is going to be around 4 minutes to 4:30. You can't say an exact time, but about this time is when you're going to get ganked. And what this means is they path up, they do their scuttle, they maybe look for a gank mid or top, and then they reset and walk down bot lane. And by then, it's about this time. So now we get into this lane. Now we got laning phase. So laning phase's Pyke is my favorite thing. I think laning phase in general is my favorite thing. If you win your laning phase, you can generally start winning the game just based off your laning phase, with a little bit of roams and vision in between. But what most people can work on is definitely their laning phase. If your laning phase is mediocre, a lot of people then lack about like post 15-20 minute mark, they start, you know, inting or kind of AFKing. They're not making plays anymore. They tried their best to make plays at like 5-10 minutes and then started AFKing. That's no good. We want to be proactive throughout almost the entire game. Our goal is to win the game, right? And so we can't just let ourselves hope to be carried, especially not as Pyke, right? We want to make plays. How do we kill the enemy? We have one ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Q. To land a Q from this bush, what's in our way?
Minions.
Minions, exactly. So what can we do about it?
Get out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Path up. I know it sounds really, really simple, and that's the case. You're going to see this a lot in high elo, and it's going to happen subconsciously. What it's called, I have no idea, but what it is we're pathing up and down the lane to get angles to land our skill shot. And this is super important on champions like Pyke, Blitz, Thresh, Nautilus, or even, you know, Lux, Morgana, whatever. Anything with a skill shot that you want to land, it's very important to keep testing the angles from up here, down here, and we kind of keep walking around. Because what's going to happen when we get into this lane and I take my champion up to this side and I'm here? What's going to happen to Caitlyn? What's she going to do?
She's going to go towards the bushes.
Yeah, she's going to walk down because minions are in her way. So what if I go back down? What's Caitlyn going to do?
The opposite.
Opposite. This is the idea of the game that we're trying to play. And you're going to see this a lot if you watch our high elo VOD. People keep walking up and down. And as stupid as it sounds, this is bad for Caitlyn. because what is she trying to do that wild? Farm. She can't farm if we're constantly applying pressure by going up and down. Eventually, she's going to stop to either get a CS here, or the angles that I'm going to sit at is going to be low enough that this minion dies, and I get even wider of an angle to hit her. And she's going to be standing like somewhere here, thinking she's safe. We charge up that Q, and we go for an engage there. So I'm constantly playing angles from here to here. I'm not just trying to sit in the warded bush, for one. And two, I'm not just trying to sit super close to them where we can take a lot of damage. This kind of Caitlyn walking up past this midline right here, this should be... She better be behind a lot of minions or I'm going to fight her. This is kind of what this tells me. Because we're a Pyke player at all times. There's only one minion here. If I see a hook opportunity, I want to see if I can take it. Especially if it's on the AD carry. If it's on the support and it's something like Leona, obviously it's a different story. Okay, we get the Yuumi. Yeah, oh, we didn't ignite. Oh, we're still not igniting. Oh.
Save it. Oh, wait, no, I didn't.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna let this fight play out and then I'll comment on it. This is what I skipped and saw a little bit. Okay, we get the flash E, the E flash. All right. Overall, how do you think this play went?
I could have gone better.
It could have gone better. What could we have done better?
You're right. Igniting earlier would have been the play.
Yeah, so this is something very, very common. Even if it's not Yuumi, if it's heal. If it has heal at all, I want you to get very, very, very used to using Ignite early. I never want you to be scared of using Ignite because you're, one, gonna maybe KS it, or two, you're like, oh, maybe I don't need it for this kill. If it's an early game kill through laning phase, 99% of the time, unless you have a jungler right here next to you, use Ignite.
My thought process was we can kill Yuumi fast enough to not need it, and then I can use it on the...
Yeah, but then what happens?
But yeah.
Yeah. So that's the issue. It's never fast enough compared to doing it with Ignite. Ignite's always faster, right?
Yeah.
Always faster. And if we have Ignite up, or if we use Ignite and kill this even faster, we take less damage from Caitlyn auto attacks. We then get more HP on both ourselves and Ezreal to then go fight. Yeah, exactly. Ezreal shouldn't have died here. That's what I'm trying to get after. Because so we'll skip past this, you know, whatever. Honestly, I might have flashed to land this Q, just to try to do my best to save Ezreal, but it is what it is. We ended up getting the kill anyways, which is great. And now we're left in a awkward wave. What do we do with this wave?
What did I do, or what do we do?
What should we do with this wave?
So we're currently, it's getting pushed towards us because it's equal minions and they're halfway or closer to them. Yeah, it's equal. Yep, it's equal minions pretty much, and then it's slightly closer onto their side. So yeah, it is gonna slowly push towards us. Yep. I'm pretty sure I last hit for a little bit, or try to push it. What should we do? Just leave it alone. Why? So that it pushes towards us. There's one more reason. You had it all right. Oh, kind of. Yeah, jungle is okay. There's another reason. Okay. It kind of fixes the jungle issue though with this second reason. What is that? To reset, to get our timer for reset, and this is super important. It's called tempo, and you're gonna hear that word tossed around in high elo. Oh, I have tempo, or you know, let's keep the tempo. I'm gonna reset here. What it basically means is the game state right now said we double killed their bot lane. I have a bunch of gold to spend, and if I don't spend this gold, then I'm not gonna be ahead. Now you're saying, oh, I want just a little bit more farm. But what's gonna happen is Ezreal is gonna come back to base. By the time we recall, he's going to be in here alone, trying to deal with the enemy bot lane alone. And we're going to be late to come and do anything. And we have no time now to roam mid because Ezreal's going to be here just, you know, 1v2ing. But what if we reset right now while Ezreal's dead, we have now time to, one, purchase our items, 2, then look for a roam, either mid or ganking our own lane. And all the while, Ezreal's just chilling, walking back to lane in no danger at all. I love this, though. What we're doing here, I love. This is great. Ganking your own lane and not showing up straight through lane. I tell my supports to do this all the time because you can get way more value out of it, right? If you were kind of watching this lane, then you would probably know that they've had no way of stepping up far enough for this pink ward to have any value, and you actually could have swapped it to here, but that's okay. This is just kind of just paying attention to where the lane was, right?
I figured I would just lose that red ward because they're gonna gain
the one here.
Lane, yeah.
Well, we just killed them twice. We should have pressure in the lane, right?
Should we? Like with a Caitlyn?
Generally, if we land our Qs consistently enough, then it should be fine.
Okay.
Again, we can't do anything if we're just leaving it to just the AD carries battling it out, because that AD carry has a Yuumi on it, and so all of Ezreal is going to be negated. But if we, do what we did here and apply pressure, it's a death sentence for Caitlyn to even come close to us, right? She's going to lose way too much HP. The trade is not going to be in their favor. And again, killing them is kind of out of the question, or it's very, very hard because of our Ignite. Yeah, but what we can do is keep applying pressure to kind of not let them get this close. A big thing to keep in mind is we should also be autoing wave, because like you said before, if they push too far into us, they'll have the ability to walk into this jungle for free or into this river for free and clear that ward, right? If they push into us, that's the key. If they push into us, how do we prevent them from pushing into us?
Countering the push.
Yeah, we auto the wave ourselves. Like, we counter the push. The goal is to keep this wave in a state that isn't, completely up here, bad for us, down here, which is good, but in this case of I want us to defend pink ward, bad for us. We want to keep wave in the middle. And this is only because we want to keep this pink ward. If we had this pink ward here, right? If we didn't have a pink ward here and we had like a pink here like we do now, and we are expecting our jungler, to gank bot lane, then ideally we want to keep wave in a gankable spot. Ooh. Okay. So
yeah.
What's happening?
Ooh, right now?
Yeah, what's happening? We just watched it. What's
pushing?
Okay, but what are we doing?
Falling back.
Why?
Because poke.
Okay. The answer to what are we doing is nothing. Right? Nothing of value. We haven't done anything really much, and that's sometimes okay. This wave's coming into us, which is perfectly fine. What happens when we use our E?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Yeah, in hindsight, it was a dumb mistake.
Yeah. Well, what happens though?
It went on cooldown and I got hit by empowered Q.
Yeah, sure, we got hit, but what happens when it goes on cooldown?
I can't.
We can't do anything.
Deep.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is the biggest thing. I want us to be thinking of our abilities as something precious, right? Because these are our kill tools. Without them, we cannot do anything in this lane. Right? We said it 100 times before. The only way I win this lane is by landing Q and E. Right? It has to be both. We don't kill, Yuumi if we only Q. It's going to be very, very hard to kill her if we didn't have E. Right? We need this combination. And I want you to be very, very aware that sometimes you're going to take some auto attacks because of, mispositioning. We didn't leave this fast enough when the wave's coming at us. This is kind of just an illegal place for us to stand. If wave's here and we have absolutely nothing, it's pretty illegal for us. We never want to take a fight like this. Fiddlesticks is ganking. I would try to look for an engage. Again, you can just E forward on them. Just move yourself a little bit to the right, up here. We E forward onto the enemy once Fiddlesticks gets closer, and they're forced to E away into Fiddlesticks or take your E. Either one. They E into Fiddlesticks and they're dead. They eat our stun, they're also dead. But if we don't go for this ability, then we run the risk of what's happening right now is
getting minion blocked.
If this Q misses, now we're out of E range as well. We're completely useless as a champion.
Okay.
Right? What do we do here to assist in this gank? Nothing. We just failed this ability. We're too far out of range to use this ability. That make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we just got randomly ignited. Sure. Okay. Okay, we pinged the Yuumi ignite. I like it. I like it. Is top lane winning? Is jungle winning? Is mid winning? These are my questions. And then the next question is obviously for your lane. What are the items looking like, right? Can we take this fight purely based off of items, right? What if Ezreal completed his item and Caitlyn's not even close to completing her item, right? That's kind of the idea. I want you to constantly be looking and pressing tab and reading this information. It's not just press tab, it's press tab and learn. I'm not going to just flame you for missing an ability or missing an ulti. That's happens all the time. Don't worry about it. I just want you to be...
Oh, yeah. No, I'm well versed with that.
Yep. Okay, we land this. Nice. Oh, here we go.
Oh, you haven't seen this.
Okay. No, I have not seen this. There we go. The triple kill. And he says GG. Okay. This... good for us. You know, there's small micro things that we can, you know, do better, right?
The flash was unnecessary.
Yeah, well, for one,
I wasn't 100% sure it was gonna land.
For one, this tells me from what I'm looking at here, it's telling me I don't know Fiddle is right here. Right?
Okay.
We don't know until right now. Now we maybe realize Fiddle's coming with these pings. This is the issue. I want us to be very, very aware because he's taking his time. From up here, he's been padding down. And so I don't know if you know this or not, you know, because not once did we kind of pan our camera towards him at all, right? Yeah. Seeing what he's doing. Is he going to stop for a scuttle? Is there a scuttle mid lane? Is he going to stop for a ward? Blah, blah, blah. Sometimes your jungler randomly stops in the jungle, right? It's important to just look at them for a second and see what's happening. But generally, we seem to be fine. I think he tried ganking from over that top wall and it didn't work out. So it goes here. You know, we go for the E. Great. We get this ulti. Great. We get the Q here. One micro thing is I would say, you know, just ping someone to auto this. Because if Yuumi has, you know, if Yuumi has a heal up at this time or something like that, then it's pretty bad for us. But thankfully she has no heal up. So we don't have to really worry about it. And somehow we get the flash protect on that guy, which is great. I don't know if it was intentional.
I won't say that I predicted the flash on that, but...
yeah, that's okay. Whatever. We got a bunch of things, which is super, super good for us. Can we do anything on the map right now?
Not with my health.
Yeah, so we're pretty low. We can go auto tower.
I probably should have backed here, right?
I would take...
Given the
I would have
taken...
Close. I would have given this first plate to Ezreal by just simply not showing,
not being close,
and then getting the second plate and third plate. And I do this a lot.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, this tower is so low. Like if I was here like you are, I'd be like, oh shit, I'm in range. I'd literally E out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd E out, and then we give the plate, and then we walk back up. We auto. We go for the second plate. Should we ever go for the third?
No.
Why?
Because they would. Well, jungle.
What if jungle shows top?
Then yes.
There's a thing about tower. When you get a plate, it applies something called a bulwark stack. And what bulwark stack does is it gives armor and magic resist to the tower to give it tankier stats. Every time you kill a plate, it applies for... I can't give you an exact time. I think it's 40 seconds or something similar. Honestly, you can Google it, but it applies for quite a while. Long enough that when I kill this first plate, the second plate's going to be harder. When I kill the second plate, this third plate's going to be way too hard to kill. My autos will do like 14 damage at most. You know, maybe 10. Just keep that in mind. Bulwark stacks are super, super important to know about. Oh, here we go. And this is free kill. Anyways, whatever. You know, I'm not going to comment on, you know, we walked into tower. This is no big deal. I do like the fact that whether this was intentional or not, we're in range of our Q and we're making Caitlyn not stand behind minions by stepping on this trap, which is not that bad. If your plan was on accident to step on this trap, we did see this trap beforehand, which is why I'm assuming it was on purpose. But if not, no worries. Either way, you took full advantage. You took full advantage of it, and that's what I like. I like that a lot. Okay, so I love this. We're getting deep vision into this jungle. Could have been a little deeper, but that's okay.
That's what she said.
That's my joke, damn it.
A couple wards would have been one over here, and then one maybe on this side. because there's almost no way of getting into this blue otherwise, and also this covers generally the most amount of entrances that you'll need. Oh, okay. This is
his plan was there. Like...
I think he was gonna ult you. I'm not sure, but
I wasn't sure either. If I don't know why he didn't just do it then.
This word's full HP. I would definitely, instantly my brain says someone's been here recently. I don't know if you know this. If you left click on this ward, you can see who placed it. If there's a support or a sightstone symbol down here, when you click on this ward, it's the support. If it's not a sightstone symbol, then it's from a trinket. But yeah, that's very important to know, because then you'll be like, oh, this ward was here recently, I should be scared because it could be the Fed Zed, right? Or it's, oh, never mind, it's just Karma or something like that, right? Very important to know, and it helps you very, very quickly determine on who's there, and they don't even realize that usually. Okay, we see Lee Sin bot lane. Maybe we ping to kill Lee Sin. Okay, Rise pings it. A lot of the times right now, if Rise doesn't ping this and we don't ping it, this guy gets away scot-free. Right, this is another opportunity that this should just be free kills. And from what I see so far, our pings are always late. If they come out at all, they're always late. I want us to take full advantage of this, role and the freedom that it has to make plays around the map. And I'm gonna kind of repeat myself over and over again, but we need to be proactive. Oh, flash. Oh, he still killed this, right? Yeah. Nice. I think Malphite could have ulted us, to be honest, if he had ulti, but worked out anyways. Very good. I would have flashed for that as well. Q was nice. Ignite, we used decent. Yeah, we used Ignite on time. Not bad. Not bad. I like this a lot. Okay. I would still ping for assistance. Nothing's really happening. Oh, and then we just die. That's bad. We got kicked into tower. There you go. Generally, again, this kind of came from us trying to do a 1v2 play or a 1v1 play against the enemy jungler. And, we're expecting Fiddlesticks to come, but we're not really pinging, hey, let's wait for Fiddlesticks. Let me ping Fiddlesticks. Come, let's kill, let's kill, let's kill. We're not waiting for Fiddlesticks to get closer, anything like that. It's kind of just, we're taking this fight. We see Fiddle here, but this fight still feels like a little too long, and two, we're just not playing with our team. Or we're not maximizing our team. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Our top side is losing now. This kind of sucks, right? And
yes.
Big thing about top lane losing here, we had a chance to come top, right? We had quite a few opportunities to see if we could path towards top side. Like I said before, top was winning. I want to make sure it stays winning. But in general, when you're against someone like Yuumi, you have 10 to 2 options. You have one option to bully her AD carry as much as possible. Second option is to roam as much as possible. And since you have an Ezreal, you have that luxury that you don't have to worry about it. So you have both options available to you. Both options also involve roaming. One, bully your laner and then roam. The second one, just kind of ignore Yuumi as a whole and roam. Right? Either one involves roaming. And as Pyke, if we're winning our bot lane, great. My AD carry has gold. I should be able to impact the map a little bit more. Right now, how much do you think we've done mid lane?
Not much.
Not much. How much do you think we've done to help our jungler out?
Less.
Yeah, not much at all. I mean, he had that one time where he came to us and got something, right, with that ulti, but that was about it. And then top lane, how much?
Not at all.
Not at all. Right? So this is kind of what I'm saying. We're already 16 minutes in the game. Laning phase is basically over.
Would you really gank an Urgot?
Oh, yeah.
He's got a lot of disengage.
He does. But you time it. Your whole goal is for timing. I'm not ganking Urgot when he has every ability up and my Master Yi is not fighting at all. But Yi fights quite a bit in this lane. If we just looked top lane, you could tell it also because Yi has 3 kills in this lane somehow, right? Yi had 3 kills in this lane. It had to be from fighting the Urgot. And if Yi fights the Urgot, Urgot uses his abilities, and we're level 6, the kill should be pretty free. And I want you to think, when I'm fed, I need to preserve my shutdown, because this is game losing shutdown, right? I'm sure you've lost plenty of games from shutdowns going over, whether it's your shutdown or someone else's. Shutdowns are game winning. And I said this about Rise when we talked about the early game, how he had a shutdown when he was I think it was 2-0 or something. It's very important to make sure that that shutdown stays. We want to preserve our teammates' shutdowns as well. There was a 3-1 Yi. He didn't have a shutdown or anything when we looked at him. But if he did end up accumulating a shutdown, you know, let's say he was 3-1 with a 150 shutdown, then 100% I would want to make sure that his shutdown stays as well, right? If my Yi is 0-4 from the start, that's a different story. This is when you don't gank top lane. This guy's 0-4, enemy top laner is like, you know, 4-0. We do not gank this by ourselves. Keyword by ourselves. If we have assistance, we can either gank with jungler, even, you know, we might need jungle and mid if they're that fed or something like that. You have to be careful. But I would rather have you try to gank it with, you know, just one person extra, like with jungler. I'd rather have you try and fail than not try at all for that. Because the whole goal is, what are we doing top lane? Nothing, right? We haven't done anything to impact top side. What have we done mid lane? Almost nothing as well. Right? This is kind of the first time we're actually looking for mid lane. And we said we were trying to play 4 lane to win lane, but then we kind of just we griefed the wave states, which kind of sucks. And then we also couldn't get towers or dragons because we died at pretty awkward times as well, right? So us playing for lane is not bad, but I want you to know that the reason us playing for lane didn't work out this game was because of the mistakes and deaths that we had over here. Kind of make sense?
The one death, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's also the waves and Ezreal dying.
After, yeah.
Yep. Wave states and Ezreal dying.
Oh, I see.
Both of them. Yeah. If Ezreal gets too low and we can't push for a tower because of a misplay that we did, then it's gonna be pretty rough. If we're trying to make a play, I want us to be aggressive with our pings. Very important. Luckily, our team is actually responding. We're gonna get so many games your team doesn't respond. Oh, nice. We got the E. We got the Q. Both of them. Oh, and then Yi is in this. Urgot's in this fight. Oh, I don't know if we win this. Oh.
We sure don't.
Yeah. This is just we get 2 picks. We gotta respect the fed Urgot, right? And if we didn't press tab beforehand, we definitely will press tab after these deaths, right? But we have to respect the fact that this guy's fed, our top laner is not here. If we don't take this fight properly, we have no cooldowns, we have no summoners, we got nothing. We wasted everything, right? We can't take this fight. So the sooner we realize this, the better, but this is kind of just, I mean, you kind of flinged them into our team, which also kind of blew up everyone, which is pretty bad. I'd focus for the low HP target first, but thankfully they kill it without you. And let's see what happens to the rest of our team. If they survive. Ooh, actually, you know, the crazy thing is if we got an auto on this guy with Axiom, we would have had alt backup for this. I didn't even think about that.
I don't think he gets low enough.
Maybe... Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying we had alt up for him. Sure. If he doesn't get low enough, then he doesn't get low enough. But oh, Lee Sin comes. Yeah, he definitely won't get low enough. Oh, but this guy will get low enough. Not if we get kicked again into Urgot. That sucks. Yeah. What did oh, Ignite just came out. Gotcha. Overall, really awkward fight, right? Biggest thing I'm gonna say here is just when we go for these kind of picks, I like this, but the biggest thing, I don't care that Urgot kind of deleted all of us. I really don't care. This happens a lot, just fed top laner and we didn't decide to not take this fight, whatever, right? I'm sure you'll learn next time you know, you see this Urgot in this game, to respect him, and hopefully later on in this game, if we see Urgot, we don't take the same kind of fight, right? That's all I'm hoping for in this game. But what I want us to focus on, this entire pick bot lane would have never happened if our team didn't actually respond a little sooner, right? What I mean by that is I want us to make plays. Yeah, I know how repetitive I sound, but I'm telling you, pings are your best friend. to make any form of picks. So as Pyke, as a champion, your whole goal in mid game, late game should be thinking, where can I get vision to get some picks to then lead into better team fights for us? Because you almost never want to take a straight 5v5. I would never want to, at least as Pyke. And the big reason is because I'm just, why would I take a 5v5 when I can take a 4v or a 5v4? Right? Why would I not want to take this? There's no reason. So I'm gonna keep looking for these kind of fights because they're gonna just be better for us. And my team doesn't have to play perfectly to win, right? I can make more mistakes in this 5v4, and that's the key. That's the key on support in mid game. This kind of shit will happen. Fiddle's pinging. I love Fiddle pinging. We're not pinging. We're so late to this, right? This whole engage happens, and then we arrive. We get ulti gold, but I mean, we really didn't do that much. This is the big thing. We're allowing our teams to coin flip whether we win or lose, and I don't like this. I want us to be the deciding factor. Whether we win or lose this game, it's on us. I never want you to say, "Oh, my Fiddlesticks chose to engage there, and that was, you know, kind of baited us all." I wanted it to be us. I chose to engage here, and whether it, you know, lost me or won me the game, it was my decision, right? You're gonna learn way more off that and stop a lot of your games from, oh, I was fed, but we still lost. And a big reason, other than giving up shutdown, is I was fed, but I couldn't make any plays because I didn't ping for any plays. Urgot's dead. 3 people are dead. I would have tried to Baron. Oh, Ezreal's bot. I still would have. I think I still would have Baroned. I really like this pick. Very, very good. But you got 4 people into him. But what's one issue that about this pick? I'm gonna be very repetitive here.
We didn't do anything afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's something else.
No pings.
Yeah, we didn't ping. Right? This whole pick came from Fiddlesticks again. Fiddlesticks is leading this game in his hands, and I don't like that. Because even though it's good, even though he's doing some good plays, it's not us. We don't have this Fiddlesticks every game, right? We need to be that person. This vision I'm not a big fan of. Why?
It doesn't show enough on that river.
Yeah, it doesn't show enough information, right? All this tells us is what's happening inside the pit. How likely are they to Baron without their Urgot?
Yeah.
Pretty unlikely.
I mean, very unlikely.
Yeah, very, very unlikely, right? They don't have Urgot. There's almost no shot they even attempt Baron unless we like 5-man show bot lane for some reason, but they're pretty unlikely. So what we can do here is instead try to get something that will give us more information. Give me a spot that will give more information than that.
I mean, even just in the middle of the river.
Sure, but can we go even deeper?
So we don't have the capacity.
On the other side of Baron Pit.
Yeah, basically, there's really no wrong answer as long as it's a little bit like, as long as it covers more information and it's more into their jungle. That's the goal, more into their jungle. We don't want any vision here. This would have been a wrong answer as well, right? But as long as it's farther in and it gives us the most information, that's the goal. Do you know what line of vision is?
Yes.
Okay. Explain to me what line of vision is.
It's like basically the line of scrimmage, where you just draw a line on the map where you can see like where the enemy can go to or flank. And you don't typically want to cross that unless you have a reason to.
Okay, where do you draw this line?
Depends on where the wards are and where your minions are.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, the minions, right?
Yeah.
Wards definitely matter, but you just kind of draw lines from minion waves to minion waves. So like that top wave to mid wave. And then this, we draw a line here. Anything past this line in this jungle is very dangerous. Anything before this line generally should be safe. Pretty standard. It's not always like that, but it's if we use that to kind of determine, so let's say the line's like kind of looking like this. If I like zoom in, everything here is dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so us walking into this jungle, dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Us walking into this jungle without a purpose, like you said before, other than to clear one ward, that's not really a purpose. If we're looking for a pick or into an objective, like I said, our whole thought process mid-game, it's really, really simple, and people don't realize it. All you have to think about is just vision, pick, objective,
We keep that in the back of our head. I'm telling you, it gives you an objective to do. It gives you some reason for why you're standing here.
Yeah.
Right? This isn't vision. This isn't a pick. And there's no objective here either. So why are we here? Well, they're doing the routinely sweep of the wards. Oh, I would have tried to take that. Don't be scared to take Lee Sin Qs, because if this guy takes the Q and we E, he kind of gets pulled into our entire team. Obviously, don't E behind our team, but this is just something Pyke related that if you feel confident enough with your timing, actually you can bait Lee Sins or something like that pretty often to take abilities. Oh, that guy's just inting. Okay. See, our positioning here is just we're scared of the Lee Sin here. Our team's nearby.
Out of the Urgot.
Yeah, okay, whatever. We're scared of them here.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we have to use our ability for one, unless we're super, like, unless we get hit by something or we're really close to getting hit by something. This is fine, whatever. The goal is to still do something, right? I want to still be with my team. This is where it gets really awkward. I don't like splitting from my team at all. Because right now, I'm not... Are they looking at us?
No.
No. So why are we scared? I'd stand here until they turn back around at us. Because this position right here is better than the position over this wall. Right?
Okay.
I stand here, I wait. If they're going to turn back around at us, you know, I then auto the plant. If they don't turn back around at us, my E's going to come back up. I'm going to get in a better position somewhere else.
Okay.
Right? I want you to be confident. Fiddlesticks wants to fight. We get the dragon. Oh, it's a fiesta. Oh, and we missed. No. Urgot goes ham. See what happens.
It was Urgot.
For one, we took a blind fiddle ulti, right? How could this not have been blind? We just warded it, right? Yeah, this would have been a lot better with a vision here and a vision here. This vision up here would not have helped, but it's still, you know, I didn't know that. Regardless, these wards would have definitely helped over here to know what's happening. Sure. And then looking into this fight. And then we get into this fight. Fiddle takes this engage. You know, this is not on us. Fiddle takes the engage. It is what it is. Fiddle loses this flash. That sucks. We could have flashed to land the stun on Lee. We actually would have landed ult, but I think we still lose the fight, to be honest. It's a hard call. But micro-wise, you know, we could have done this E flash here, right? That's about it. That's all I see. It definitely sucks. This is a very, very awkward fight. Again, no vision of the enemy team right now. See, we don't know that the Yuumi Caitlyn is standing right here. We don't know that at all, but if we had a ward here, we can maybe look for something with that, right? With that information that we have. Oh, JK, we now know Urgot's coming. See, we could see this Urgot coming from miles away with the one ward here.
Yeah.
I'm saying it over and over again, but it's actually so... It seems very... like, oh, what a coincidence that this ward does so much value, but I'm saying it for a reason.
No,
yeah,
you're right.
We expect to get pushed on after losing a team fight. It's super, super common, right? And especially, you know, sometimes we'll lose a team fight and they take Baron. If you don't expect them to push into you, then we're just not reading the game right? Because when they take, if they take Baron or something like that, they didn't do it this game, but if they take Baron or something and they push into us, I want us to be very aware that, hey, we're gonna have to play a little defensive. I want my wards to be aware that we're gonna be pushed in. But I don't want ward, like I said before, how useful was this ward over here? Not very useful, right? Yeah, because we're not gonna be this far up, right? We're not gonna, I like the ward in general, but I said we're not gonna be this far up, so it won't have that much value. So I want you to just kind of be aware that all we can do, again, what are the 3 things that should be going on in our head? Vision,
picks,
objective, right? This is like the only thing that should be going on in our head. Yeah, and we just keep repeating. And the first step of that is getting good vision. Okay, dragon's coming up. What are we doing here? This is soul, so we might have to... Our goal is to get a pick beforehand, but it's going to be very hard. Game state's really hard for right now. At this point, like, if we lose this dragon, then the game is pretty much lost. I'm not really too worried about what happens after this game, or at this point, if we lose dragon here. Oh, we take this fight. Okay, I don't like this, but Caitlyn Yuumi is not there, so... Oh.
what is happening? Okay, we didn't waste our ulti at least. Caitlyn Yumi's still in base. I would love to take this dragon. I would ping my Rise to stay. I'd ping my Rise to stay 1000%. No. You already have Yi and Ezreal in base. You need this Rise for this dragon here. It's just gonna help you so much more. His DPS would be so useful. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm nervous.
You're not ready?
No. We're gonna lose the dragon, aren't we? Oh yeah, we are. Unlucky. We could have pinked a little earlier, for sure.
Yeah, I realized that while when I pinked it, I was like, oh fuck, I should have done this.
At this point, I'm really not worried about the rest of the game.
Lost.
Yeah, the game's pretty much over. I'm not really worried about what you do at this point. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. But biggest things we learned, can you give me a couple while I write down as well?
Ping.
Yep, that's one of the most important.
Vision, picks, objectives.
Yep, that was for mid game.
E first. Or, well, don't be scared to E first.
Don't be scared to E first. There was something else for this laning phase that I mentioned about this thing.
Oh, yeah, swapping to a red.
Yeah, sweeps for bush control. And then there was another thing, which I only kind of mentioned a few times, but it's very, very important. It looks like this.
Oh, yeah, the weaving around lane.
Yep. It's finding angles. Oh, this fight. How did
Ignite earlier?
Yes. And this is bigger than I talked about. I didn't make that big of a deal about it, but I really, really, really want to make a big deal about it now. Ignite early. This is huge, right? This is absolutely huge. We need to ignite early because what this does for us is in almost all situations that they have heal, it guarantees this first kill, guarantees it to be a 2v1, and now we can do this.
We win that fight. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty important. Tempo. I'm gonna star this one as well because this is super, super important. These are crazy important. There we go. Tempo. Ignite early. Also very, very useful.
Better wards, I guess.
Yeah, we could have done slightly better wards.
I guess don't give up the early. Or, well, don't give up a shutdown.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we talked about this a lot. Reserve shutdowns, right? This is it. This is the biggest things that we definitely can improve on, and hopefully, in our future games, this is what we work on. And it's super important to just keep in mind, I want to work on one of these at a time, maybe two of these at a time. I don't want to work on everything at once. It's too hard. It's way too hard to do all this in a game. Just do a couple, and then when you feel like, okay, I'm confidently saying in my last 10 games, I've ignited properly. I did all my ignites early. I'm not scared of wasting it. And then you're just like, great, I got that thing kind of down. It should be like kind of second nature soon, as long as we, play a couple more games with it. Then we do another thing and another thing, right? That's the goal. Kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully that gives you a better learning strategy. If you have another method of implementing all these strats that you want to try on your own, feel free. But that's my that's my strategy that I usually use with students. Just saying, work on one of them at a time and go from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. To see the full unedited sessions, you can check out my Twitch VODs or catch me live on Twitch. Be sure to stay subscribed for future videos and see you all in the next one.
Yeah, there's nothing new. Pedal to the metal, yeah man, I'm going to the moon, feeling